Hello, and welcome back. So before we get going, as always, a very fond thank you to Tabletop Audio and at Sick Boy Art for the sick music and wonderful art. um, Picking up where were left off last time, some mild and not too important events happened last time. So, as you guys dealt with the prevailing politics that were going on in Sloop, a few things happened. You were taken in by one of the priests. You were asked to help disband this cult of the Deep Father. One of your traveling companions was murdered on the altar.
And that was the worst thing that happened.
And that was the worst thing that happened. Yeah, totally. And nothing else really important happened. Oh, yeah, I guess Demogorgon came out of the water. I guess that's kind of important. And we pick up as the four of you plus your Kuatoa companion plus all of your other traveling companions in the other boat are traversing away from Sloop Bludop, away from Demogorgon, rampaging and raging, going as fast as you can. And you can just see in the distance as Demogorgon is slowly making its way over to the city proper, walking up out of the water, one gigantic titanic foot smashing down on this village, another foot slamming down, its tentacles coming out of each shoulder, slashing and destroying the city in its wake, its tail also forked, swishing and slashing each and every way, causing waves after wave after wave to come crashing out towards you guys in the boats. The water is very rocky and turbulent and treacherous. Yet you all manage to stay on board as you slowly but surely make your way further and further away from this insane vision. And as such, you turn and see your companion Feder just collapse out of exhaustion or trauma or a mixture of the two. Their face completely pale, unresponsive, breathing, but just out of it. And as you continue going down, the laughter from Trilvello, the uncertainty from Adon, the incapacitated form of Feder, you guys aren't doing so hot. And floating down the water for what seems to be days, but is only a few hours. The sounds finally begin to fade from this rampaging behemoth, and things start to calm down and settle a bit. More than a bit. The waters calm down. It's smooth sailing, although you're rowing under your own power whenever you can. You are just getting to a point where there is no natural or unnatural light in this cavern. You are all focusing on your dark vision and relying on your dark vision in order to travel through this Underdark. Shushar turns to the two of you that are awake and conscious.
Well, that was awful.
Yes.
Shushar, is that not normally how it goes? You believe something awful into being and it destroys your city?
But my city just got destroyed and you're laughing.
Honestly, I can't help it. it's, if you think about it, it's very funny.
I think this has been tough on all of us. What was that?
Shushar
father
gives
thing?
this
Like a
exasperated. He gives this exasperated look of, "You think I should know what that is?"
All right. All right.
Um,
We're all in the same boat.
I would like all of you to make either an Arcana or a History check. Your choice. This is just Adon and Trilvella. Trilvello.
He knows stuff.
He does. And
Yeah, so I took so third level I decided to go College of Lore, and since I'm not currently attending a college, I think that level up is me like my mind breaking into like the crevices of reality somehow, and that's what this is.
I'll allow it. Psionics, but not really. So as your mind begins to break and you feel the fractures in your psyche begin to get bigger and bigger, this information just starts seeping and slithering into your mind as you see Shushar give this exasperated, I don't know, look. And as time slows and Shushar is in the pose as everything is slowing down and the connections just start come together one after another after another after another. You know that what you just saw is unequivocally, without question, the Prince of Demons itself, Demogorgon. And there's something extremely wrong about this, aside from the fact that you just saw the Prince of Demons, Demogorgon. The fact that the Prince of Demons is not currently in the Abyss, which is where it resides, along with all the other demon princes. They reside in the Abyss. And you are pretty sure, fairly sure, almost 100% sure, that you're not in the Abyss. I mean, you're in the Underdark, so who knows, but pretty sure you're not in the Abyss. So the question is, why is it here?
I think Trilvello communicates some of that, except he's currently reveling in his own madness, and I think I just say Don, Shusha, Eldith, Dul, Seraph, Bukido, Topsy. All of the devils have left hell, and the demons have come here. No one's holding them back anymore. They've burrowed up.
Well, that sounds insane, but I did just see something that I can't explain, so... Okay. Did the... Shushar, could your people have let them out? Or brought them here?
I suppose it's entirely possible, but how? Why? This is madness.
Which is
Well,
saying something
that
on its own.
Father of the Deep thing. Father of the Deep? Deep Father?
They called it the Deep Father, but I know nothing about this.
No, sure, but they were praying to something, and then something big showed up.
What is that?
Yeah.
Points back. You can't see it at this point. You're far enough away from the city, town, whatever it was, that only if you listen very carefully can you still hear the sounds of suffering and dying. And as you are focusing in, both of you please make me a perception check. Okay.
Rolling big tonight.
Again, Trilvello, as you are really opening up, as your psyche just continues to break Maybe you are more hyper aware of what's going on. Maybe it's just luck. Maybe it's Maybelline. You hear the sounds of a third boat, but coming from the opposite direction. It sounds like it's coming towards you. And you hear not whispered talking, but inside voice talking. You can't understand the language. What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Gnomish, Dwarvish, Elven.
Okay. You pick up like every third word. This is some kind of weird variant of Dwarvish. And these sounds are getting consistently louder as whatever vessel is coming towards you is coming towards you. Can't see it yet.
Can I pick up on like the meaning or the intention based on every third word? If not, I'm ready to cast a spell to understand this better.
It's just at the edge of your hearing, so you're hearing just the barest whisper of whatever they're saying. It doesn't sound malicious. You could tell that much. But again, it's you're not quite sure what it is, but you know that it has Dwarven in its roots. It's like trying to understand French when you took Latin.
I guess I would turn now. Eldith is obviously a dwarf, and Bupido is a Dwergar, right?
Bupido, yes. Let me pull up a list of these guys for you.
I guess I would turn to both of them and kind of say, someone's coming down the canal.
So
Eldith, Bupido, can you understand? They seem to be speaking something of your language.
Bupido is in fact not a Dwargar. He is a Darrow.
I have no idea what a Darrow speaks.
As Bupido looks at you, yeah, he's speaking Undercommon. But it's got kind of like that Dwarvish, dialect. I mean, I speak both. I'm still kind of baffled as to how you can understand me, but whatever. So yeah, it's I'm pretty sure they're Dwargar that are coming. It kind of sounds like it. And like he stops and listens. Yeah, they're talking about slaves. Yeah, it's definitely Dwargar. Oh, it's Dwargar. Oh, that's bad. And like he's got real worry on his face.
I think Trilvello laughs and says, "Is it bad? Is it worse than the Prince of Demons coming out of the ground of the water and destroying a city? Is it worse than that, Bupido?"
No, I suppose it's not. I mean, all things considered, is he okay?
No.
Great.
He's laughing. It's weird.
Yeah, I see that. And it's at this point the boat is now in sight. It has breached the edge of your dark vision. It is coming closer. And you see that there are 4 Dwargar on a boat, very similar to what you are traveling on, only a little more well made. And you see that this boat is a little lower in the water than yours, but not by much. And they all stop talking at once and look at you.
Trilvello waves.
They stop their boat and they turn it in such a way that it is you are going perpendicular to the boat now. So you're kind of forming a T. So they're making a blockade with their boat. Okay, got it done.
I'll cast comprehend languages.
Okay. Could you link that for me more? Thank you very much.
I won't cast it as a ritual. I'll just do the action version.
Sure, yeah,
of it.
I got you.
I like the condition that I understand the literal meaning. So, like, any jokes or sarcasm is completely lost on me
Oh,
in
yeah.
the language.
Yep.
If
This
we
only
were
works
you,
on you, correct?
Yes,
It's-
it
yeah, it's only
works
Trilvello.
on me.
Okay.
who are you? Why are you here?
I guess I can't be understood. Like, this is not tongues. Like, I understand them, and they don't necessarily understand me.
It is not tongues.
Yeah. So Trovello will just point at himself and say, Trovello, Rampoterith. And then he'll go on and say, I'm a bard. We just escaped the Prince of Demons.
What language do you say that in?
I'll say that in Dwarvish, because they,
Okay.
you know, Dwergar look to be of a similar, like, shape to dwarves, right?
Okay. Yes, they do. So let's take a look here. Let's find out what they speak. Okay. Adon, do you speak Dwarvish?
Do I? Nope.
Okay. And the one that was speaking to you kind of turns to his other companions.
He speaks Dwarvish. He's good for something.
Turns back to you.
What are you doing here?
Fleeing, primarily. Primarily fleeing, escaping.
Escaping. Are you slaves?
Oh, no, not anymore.
Any more?
There was a brief period. I don't know if we were slaves. No, we did work. We were definitely prisoners, and we may have been slaves for a time. I gesture at Sareth, and I say, the drow, like this one here. They were holding us.
Sareth tries to make himself look as small as possible.
I turn to Bubido. Should he be doing the talking? Is this going okay?
I mean, it's pretty entertaining if you ask me, but maybe not so much. While this is going on, the sounds are slowly starting to come back, and you start hearing muffled sounds as Pargu, your eyes finally awaken and open after who knows how long of being out and unconscious. And you think you remember being put on a boat, but you're not sure. I guess you are now. And it's still kind of muffled. You can't quite hear everything because you're still gaining consciousness. And you turn your head a little bit to kind of see what's going on, and you see these two other rafts that are currently being blocked by the one that you're on. The manacles that you were in don't seem to be bothering me anymore. Maybe, yeah, they're definitely broken. And you see that there are some kind of negotiations currently going on. And there are a lot of different languages that you're just going way over your head. It's just not making any sense. Maybe you're not conscious enough yet. Who knows? As the two boats are having this conversation with the one boat, both Adon and Travello, you see that what you thought was part of the ore that's on this boat begin to shift and move, and you see that there is a humanoid form that has just moved its head. It seems to be clad in some kind of iron helmet.
So you're fleeing. You are slaves. You know how to be slaves. This is good.
I would not say we were particularly good slaves. We did escape. That's the mark of a pretty bad slave.
Escaped slaves. Means you're good for something.
Escaping.
He turns to the others and starts conversing quietly out of your earshot.
Hello? Is this going okay? Are you okay?
Yes, and to answer your second question, no.
The Dwergar begin talking quietly amongst themselves.
We will make you a deal.
They say in Dwarven this time. A bit more broken, but still understandable for those who speak Dwarven.
We are on our way back to Grokkelstug. We were sent out to collect ore from further out in the Underdark. The veins we found ran dry quickly. We found one more, but could not get to it. In exchange for not taking you as slaves and bringing you back to Grokkelstug and selling you off, we will let you go if you help us get to this vein.
I'll turn to I mean, I guess some of us who understand Dwarvish will know this, but I'll turn to Adon, because you don't know Dwarvish, right?
Nope.
And I'll just say, they're willing to let us go, which is funny. They haven't captured us. But they're willing to let us go to Gracklestug, and then I look at Bopidor and say, that's where you're from, isn't it? It's the place that you like?
Yeah, that's where I'm from, sure.
So they're willing to take us there if we help them find an ore. They didn't say ore what, but an ore.
Right.
Would we want to go there?
To where? To the ore vein or to Gracklestug?
Gracklestug.
Well, listen, Gracklestug is, how do I put this, awful. If you don't know what you're doing, if you know what you're doing there, it is less awful. It's really hot. It's really hot.
Are they gonna try to cage us or kill us? That's kind of my bar at this point for decent place to stay.
Here's the thing: if we go there, just on our own, we will be taken as slaves.
Okay.
If we go there with the good word of some of the Dwergar, and he's pointing very obviously at the Dwergar that are in front of you, we will have a better time not being captured as slaves and being sold. I mean, a lot of the guys there are less than reputable, so it's kind of but it's like the good to the word. So if they give you the word, then we're pretty sure that we're not going to be taken as slaves, or indentured servants. All
right.
But if we get on the good side, it's great. They make a lot of cool stuff, and we could probably upgrade some stuff there. I mean, it's great. We could get some upgraded materials. They got great forges.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, until we can find our way to the Fungus Kingdom, I don't have a better destination in mind. So sure, if they want to play nice for a little bit and we escort them on their way.
Well,
Honestly, it seemed like they already have enough ores for their boat.
Sure, Travello. Maybe don't point that out to them.
We to be more on point. We did find those on the shore. There were those ore. What were they? Mithril ores or calcum ores? I don't remember what they were, but they were. We could tell them about those and buy some goodwill.
you passed an adamantine ore.
You know what? If they want to go there and mine that, more power to them.
I hope they brought something better than what did we have? Fists mainly and knives.
So
Yeah, I guess I'll turn to them and I'll say, gladly. I don't know where you where you're hoping to get your ores from, but we know of a cache of adamantium upon the shore. I guess I don't know if we'd be able to navigate back there. Potentially, though.
have you been making a map? Nope.
Certainly not of the lake.
It's somewhere in the Dark Lake.
There's adamantine all over, and that is the ore vein that we are trying to get to. If you help us get to this ore vein, then we will let you go. We will even give you our slave as a token of good faith.
Guys, we can get a free slave. This is fantastic.
That's. I don't know if that's so great, but wait. They wouldn't be asking us this nicely if there wasn't some catch, right? There must be something that they need from us that's more than just like going for a stroll with them. Yes?
Why would
The ore.
Well, okay, but they seem quite capable of mining. Perhaps, I don't know. If I had to guess, in this awful, awful place where we are, there's probably something very big with very big teeth that is standing over the ore.
You think there's another demon prince?
Probably.
Well, that's bad news.
Perhaps you could inquire with them if there's a particular reason this needs our help. And then yeah, sure, we can go along, at least for now.
Yeah, I'll respond in Dwarvish to the Dwergar. So we'd love to help you find the ore, whichever ore you were looking for, and the ore that we know about. Do you expect trouble of the, I don't know, a 6-story demon variety?
I don't know what a story is, but the problem is not very tall.
Well, that's good, because the one we know is very tall.
No. The rock just eats you.
Interesting. That's fascinating. I have to know more about that. We're in, 100%, all of us. I speak for everyone. We're in.
And good.
and they pull their boat a little closer over to you, and it's at this point that your senses are finally starting to come back to you, right as you feel some hands grab onto you and drag you over and heft you onto the other boat. And as you see these two Dwergar pull this entity that now you can see it's of a feminine-ish form with this iron mask on, less of a helmet, more of this like this full head mask, and they just heft it over onto your boat. And the manacles have been released from your legs, and you have two broken manacles on your wrists, so you are able to move. Want to describe what you look like?
Well, I just look like a huge Amazon with an iron mask. Happens to be beaten up a lot. Think WWE China.
Human? As far as we can tell? No.
Grayish skin with, with a tinge of green.
Okay.
Very slight. And
Are you all right? Listen, we're gonna get away from these guys one way or another. Just have to play nice with them for a little bit. I say to this new person on our boat.
So, Stefan, out of curiosity, what is the above-ground world's relationship or feeling in a general sense about, like, slavery?
No, it's
it depends culture to culture. It's not like the US where it was like super divided when it was a thing. It's like some places employ it, some places don't. The places that don't respect the places that do, and it's just kind of, all right, it's a thing.
Seems like the sort of thing that certainly Trovella would be against. So yeah, I'll lean in and I'll say, welcome. I think you've been sort of sold as like a favor, but good news. We're all not into that whole thing. So once we're all clear and good, we can get that mask off or whatever else is going on here.
I can't take it off. There's a reason for it to be there.
A reason unrelated to slavery, or?
Do you ask so many questions in your first date?
Yeah, almost always, although Rosie was the only one who could put up with it for an entire first date. She's really quite the woman. I could tell you about her another time.
Later.
Actually, I would like to hear from someone else beside my problems.
Okay.
Can we move on, please?
Yes.
The Dwergar have since started moving their boat, and boy, oh boy, is it disconcerting, because from the time that your attention moved from the boat to this new person to back to the boat's empty. But still moving.
Moving like the oars are moving?
Yep.
And empty like we only the three of us on that boat?
Like, the boat that you came from is moving on its own.
So I'm stuck here.
All right. I guess we'll follow it.
Yep. So the boat begins rowing not too far, maybe another half hour before you get to this kind of little cove at the edge of this body of water. You're assuming it's the Dark Lake. And the voice of the Dwergar that was speaking to you comes from the boat.
Leave your boats here. I will lead the way. The others will follow.
And he just appears. Just like that.
Another master with a new voice.
He pays you no mind. He actually helps bring the boats in, and gets them tied up.
Your boat will not last.
And turns and just starts walking.
I guess I look at Shushar and I say, is this one of the bad boats from your town? Or what's happening? Why won't it last?
Shushar looks down.
Oh. Well, a lot of the,
And he just kind of points to all of the ropes that have been broken, and you realize that a lot of those waves that were caused by the Demogorgon probably did more damage than you realized. And you look at the other boat, and the other boat isn't faring much better. In fact, it's... You might be pushing your luck if you go out on them again.
Okay. How many of these Drugar were there when we could still see them? 4. Okay.
What a shame I didn't take mending. Honestly, I don't know if mending is a bard spell anyway.
Well, don't have it. One of the most underrated spells. So, as the Dwergar starts marching along, the rest of your companions have gotten onto shore, and they all kind of look to the two of you as, well, the three of you, one, the unconscious one, as you guys have kind of made yourselves the de facto leaders of this group, and they kind of look to you for direction.
Look, guys, I think we're gonna have to follow the dwarves for a little bit. Be ready to get out of here if things go bad. This isn't really our fight.
And they'll kind of give a solemn nod. Adon, what's your passive perception?
Where is that? Sorry. Oh,
Your-
10.
Okay. You just managed to catch it, and it's so subtle, and you could swear that your eyes are playing tricks on you, but Sareth and Stool kind of nod in unison at the same time, the same number of nods. A little weird. As you begin following this Dwergar up this slight incline, then it goes down again, then back up. 20 minutes of traveling.
Travello, when you're feeling less humorous, I think we need to sit down and have a conversation about these unfortunate happenings with the people that were along with us, and how that might have come to be. Later, not now. I think.
Anytime you wish.
Okay. Can you guys keep an eye on Feder? Just make sure he's still breathing.
Without missing a beat, Eldith comes up and just hefts him over her shoulders while being as careful as she can. She knows about the ailment that racks his body.
Thanks. It's that guy. He's a nice guy. We've just all seen a lot lately, and I think it got to him.
And it's weird, as she hefts him over her shoulder, he's stiff as a board. It's like she's carrying like this big plank. Almost like rigor mortis is set in. Almost.
I check for a pulse.
It's there.
Okay.
Anything else, I'd ask for a medicine check, but you got this. You know roughly where a pulse is on a human, you think?
We're up there.
Yeah. So after a bit of walking, they escort all of you into this alcove. And then the one that was leading you pops his head out and looks to the left.
Just down there. There is a plentiful ore vein there. But there is a rock that will not let us get past. Do not let it eat you, and we will be very grateful.
You guys still there?
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
You are.
still here. Got it.
Well, I'm gonna assume that Travello translated. Wait, I can't see Travello right now. Is that just me?
No.
Oh, he's coming back. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's okay.
So the Dwargar has pointed to the left, and it said that's where the ore vein is. Don't get at.
Very well. I'll try not to get eaten.
They're not coming to help us, are they?
Were we given like picks or anything? Because I have a rapier, and that's not a good mining tool.
To be fair, they weren't asking you to mine the vein. They were asking you to get to the vein. So, do you proceed?
Sure.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I?
All right. So, Chilvello goes out. Adon, do you follow?
All right, someone's got to keep an eye on him.
Okay. And Pargu, they push you out as well.
Are they coming with us?
Who are you asking?
I'm asking Travello.
Oh.
He's been doing translating.
The answer is no.
Okay.
Talking to the Dwergar? Yeah. Yeah, I guess not. I'll turn to Pargu though, and I'll I don't think we've gotten your name, which is a classic Chago move. I'll look to you and I'll be like, so what is your name? And how is it? What's your slave experience been like? Because ours was short and unpleasant.
What?
Well, like, so you've been, I suppose, in bondage with these Dwergar. We were caught by Drow some time ago. It was not a wonderful experience. I'll say that. I had to make
maybe
dirt in a bucket.
stories over dinner.
Right, of course. We need to not get eaten by rocks. I guess that's our pressing concern.
Okay,
One
so
thing at a time.
So-
Are
What do we
eating
call you?
mushrooms or something? Are you eating mushrooms or something?
Yes.
We've been
is there
eating
anything
almost
else to eat down here?
exclusively mushrooms. It's been hard to find anything else.
So, just to give you guys a better idea of what you're looking at, let me show you. You guys all see that?
Yes.
Yes.
So, this is where the Dwergar are keeping all of your companions. They are being very careful to block the exit of this alcove. And you have started going this way. They pointed to this alcove over here.
Okay.
All right?
Is there something we should call you? Mask? Okay, Mask it is. Can you fight?
Are you frozen?
Maybe.
He might be frozen.
Yep. Yeah, I think
Looks like
Chaga's frozen.
Okay.
Then onward, Mask, and I boldly move forward.
Okay.
Slowly. Let's see what's up there.
Okay.
Also, man,
Stop.
could we have considered ourselves to have gotten like a short rest
Yes.
during? Okay.
Yes.
That
And
doesn't make much of a difference for me.
I'd cast spells when we were leaving, and I don't think we've had a sleep since then.
You have not.
Yeah. The
How tapped
new
are you?
slots that I got when we leveled up are those
Those
active
do
or
count.
not
You do have those available. Yes.
cool.
It's like as you level up, you get this this knowledge and experience and this almost second wind of this renewed vigor of, hey, I can do this. I figured out how to do it. I'm really excited. Adrenaline. Okay, so I'm not sure what happened to Chago, but we will continue on.
Okay.
So
Little dwarves.
Travello,
Oh, sorry.
I'll take over. I'll take over for Chago for now until we figure out
Okay.
where he went, and if we can get him back. So Travello, as you step there, you see that there's this big rock that's sitting in the way of this alcove, and you can see past it. You can see the vein in the back, but you can't quite understand why they're having such a big deal getting to it. Wait, hold on. That rock kind of looks familiar. It has kind of a familiar shape. And as you take a closer look at it, you see that the top of it has kind of like this smooth domed shape at the top, and it kind of looks like this big peanut, like a Mr. Peanut type thing. And as it comes down, the end of the other peanut, it bottoms out and it kind of branches off into a few different strands, and as the rock begins to move and this one big appendage comes out, followed by another, as you see before you the Rocktopus.
And now,
Oh man, roll initiative, please.
not the Rocktopus. Oh, the worst natural one.
Oh man, I've been waiting so long to say that name. Rocktopus! All right, so I'm gonna.
Don and I are like opposite ends of the initiative track.
Okay, it means we go next to each other in the order.
All right, so that's for Pargu, and this is for the Rocktopus. Somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay, and now we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that. Okay, Adon, you are the one that acts first as you see this Rocktopus begin to move, and oh my god, it's an octopus that made out of rocks! Fudge cracker.
All right. Well, that was surprising, and I'm pretty sure it already killed some of the Drugar, so not to be trifled with, I'm going to send a orb of acid its way.
Okay. And is that a attack roll or
Wait.
what?
I roll a 14.
You saw this coming. You rolled a 14.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. So
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I need to do that before I actually roll.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, it's if you want to do it before you roll, that's fine. I'll allow that just for next
Okay.
time.
Yes,
So
yes.
14 plus 5 plus 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's numbers. What is it? 21. Yes, the 21 hits. So it takes 5 acid damage.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, cool. So -5. Okay. Ooh, I got rid of the initiative check. Sorry.
Yeah, I was wondering where that went.
Yeah. When I close it, it gets closed for everyone. Okay, Don, are you doing anything else?
Backing up a bit, and Travello, not so close. Come here.
Hold
okay.
on, let me see what its whole deal is.
All right.
It can't be good. It's never good.
No, it's not good.
All right, Pargu. I don't know if you heard what happened. I think you disconnected. The rock that was blocking the path ended up being this sentient rock octopus. A Rocktopus! And Pargu is now reacting. What are you doing?
Waking up. Whole buffalo went black out for a second.
Oh, jeez.
Take out my weapon and start slashing.
Okay.
As fast as I can.
Okay. So you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So you can't quite get up to it because Trovello's in your way. You can get 10 feet away from it. You can use your action to move closer, but then that'll be your action.
As a
How
small
far-
creature, can't he share a space with?
That's tiny.
I think
Oh,
that's
okay.
like a halfling thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's all good.
I mean, I'd be willing to like duck and go under her legs, but I don't think that's like a feature of D&D 5e.
Really?
I tell you what, if you are willing to go prone and then use your movement on your turn to get out from their legs, I'll let it happen.
Sure, I'll go prone. Yeah, the octopus does get to smack me around while I'm prone, which I think gives them advantage. But Trovello is not in his soundest mind.
Excellent.
Currently.
All right, so that lets you go right there. Sharing space. You're prone. Pargu, you're right next to this thing. What are you doing? Hacking and slashing?
Always.
Okay. Do you do that first, or do you want to do something else first as a bonus action?
No, just
Okay.
slasher.
All right. So you take it out and slash. So you
Hold
are
on.
doing that. Let me attack for you. What are you attacking with? What weapon? Jargo?
My great axe.
Okay. All right. So this is
Right.
going to be that.
You're cutting out.
Yeah, I think.
That might be a Buffalo issue.
Yeah, it might be a Buffalo issue. It might be an Optimum issue. I know we've been having Optimum issues today, as I'm sure you are aware, Ben. Okay.
Hence the background, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So a 23 will absolutely hit. So let's deal you some damage. Have you deal some damage to it? I mean.
If you press the word great axe,
yeah, I got it.
Hell yeah, there it is.
Oh wow. Okay. So
Oh,
for
dang,
16 points of
16?
damage, that's max damage.
Oh.
As this newcomer comes up with this has some rust spots all over it, just really well worn great axe just comes and just right down on this thing as it screams in rock slide.
In rock slide?
Yeah, it screams in rock slide. Yeah. Yeah, rock slide.
Do I still have do I still have comprehend languages on? Do I comprehend rock slide?
How long is
It's an hour,
yeah,
it's
you
an
know what?
hour.
You would. Hold on a minute. Oh, I can't wait for this.
Is he just
okay.
like, dang?
Alas, the Rocktopus does not speak any languages.
That's fair.
So
I think that's fair.
it's not saying anything. It just sounds like a rock slide. That would be hilarious,
and
though.
I know that means, ow in some version.
Unless it's some
I turned
slang
to a
term.
I'm still here, okay, guys?
Yeah.
I turn to a Don and I say, he said ow.
Good to know.
Well, the Rocktopus goes, and of the two targets that are in front of it, yeah, it's not smart. So this is gonna be, yeah. So it is going to lash out with one of its tentacles. And it is going to attack the thing that just walloped it. Because it's not going to go for the thing that's on the ground, even though it probably should. Okay. So that is a 22 AC against Pargu. Pretty sure that hits. Yes, that'll hit. That'll hit. So that does... Oh, you know what? It keeps doing the GM roll, and I don't want it to do that. So we're gonna do this. Never whisper. So the damage has been. You know what? I'm just gonna do this again, just to make life a little easier. Much better. Okay, I did not roll a natural 20 against him. So the damage rolled was 13. So 5 plus 5 plus 3.
Ouch.
So, what is which? 35. Okay. So minus that. Okay. All right. The Rocktopus is then going to move over there. As it now has a straight line trajectory on all of you. Wonderful. Trillvello!
Cool. All right. First things first, I giggle. And
Giggling is a free action.
Fast.
Continue.
yes, I use my reaction to giggle. And then I'd like to cast Mirror Image.
Okay.
Big old, dang old spell. A lot of things going on with it. Essentially, when you roll to hit me, you also need to roll a d20.
Yeah.
And if you get a 6 or higher, it gets rid of the first. 3 Trilvellos appear around me, a cascade of Trilvellos. And then without disengaging, I am gonna move to there. So hold on. So like I'm starting here. Can I go to the right one? Is that a space? I'm small.
No, so you have to go because you're trying to get in, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So there is one, but you only have half your movement.
Right. I'm prone. Okay. So
you're prone, and you have to use half your movement to get out from underneath Pargu's legs.
Okay, so I will army crawl over here to use, what is it, 15 or is it 20 to use half my movement plus 5 to scooch?
Well, no, it's you're not using half your movement when you start your turn. The stipulation of you being able to give Pargu your space is when your turn starts, you have to use half your movement to get out from that space.
Okay, so that's half my movement. So that's so since I'm small, I guess half my movement
is 10.
Yeah, so that's 10. So I've got 15 feet left. I'm going to try and get far enough away. So I've got 15 feet. So that's 10, 15.
Well, no, because you would have moved here first as 5. And then here as 10.
Okay.
Because it's diagonal. There's none of that previous edition, every other diagonal squares. No.
Right. Okay. So I would like to end my turn here, 15. I'm not disengaging, so that does provoke an opportunity.
You don't have 15 feet of movement. You have 10 feet of movement because remember...
10 feet of movement.
Because remember, you only have 25 feet of movement to begin with.
Because I got small legs.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I presumably provoke an opportunity attack.
You do, and it's going to take it.
Only if you're out of his reach, right?
If I move out of being engaged with him, which I think I have.
Yeah.
He's a Rocktopus. I don't know what he can do.
That's true.
Get those tentacles.
So see if you hit first, right?
So it is. Yeah, you are leaving its immediate threatened area. It is still going to lash out to you though. This is going to be 19 to your AC.
That will hit. Please roll a d20.
Oh right, I have to roll that first. Remind me to do that first. No,
I think you need to hit.
No, it's when you're targeted.
Some creature targets you then attack during the... Yes, okay, you're right. You are correct.
3.
So you don't... You go for one of my illusions.
No, I go for you. So, if you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target to a duplicate. So, because I rolled lower than a 6, I targeted you.
But okay, cool.
Right. But you still have 3. You still have 3 duplicates up.
Cool.
That's the trade-off.
So you do whack me.
I do whack you. So it's just poor luck. Sorry, buddy.
Damage? 10 bludgeoning.
Yeah. So 10 bludgeoning damage. And you actually don't move there. You're there, and you're now grappled.
Oh no. The worst outcome. Okay, so that was my action.
Wait, what? Why is this?
Cast Mirror Image, I think.
Oh.
That might be a bonus action. Let me double check that real quick.
So you are grappled.
Yes. Well, even if it's a bonus action, it is an action. Okay, so I have truly nothing else I can do. I could cast. No, I can't cast a spell because I don't have any bonus action cantrips. So you guys all see 3 mirror images appear. 3 Trovellos fill the space, and then I army crawl out from Pargu's legs, begin to like dash off, like you can't catch me, and then you immediately catch me.
So you're just so excited that you were able to cast this new powerful spell that you've never been able to cast before, that you're so caught up in the euphoria that you forget that, oh, I'm in combat.
Yeah, I still have a physical gnome body.
Yep.
And
this physical gnome body is actually
identical.
And not only is this physical gnome body grappled, it's also restrained.
Cool.
So that ends your turn. Adon, your gnome buddy is currently in the rocky clutches of this Rocktopus. Rocktopus!
All right. I'm going to reach into what little passes for a mind in there and bring up those memories of the acid, make it hear me.
Okay. Whoa, what is this?
Causphere. Oh, it didn't give the name. I'm sorry. Must have done it wrong.
Oh, ho, ho.
It's Causphere. You roll a wisdom saving throw. If you fail, then it is frightened, which gives it disadvantage, and it can't move closer to me.
Okay, wisdom saving throw. Natural 20.
Okay.
Sorry, buddy.
Octopus. Sorry, this
Rocktopus
is fearless.
Might be too dumb.
Maybe. Gonna back up a little more.
Okay, technically it's a giant Rocktopus.
Oh, you didn't tell us that.
God, Stefan, if I'd known that,
Oh,
I wouldn't have
excuse
tried to
me.
run past the dang thing.
However, I will tell you, Trovello, as you're being whipped around, you do see that there is a corpse that's right over here, kind of lying on the ground, right there, and it has like generic like rags as garb on it. It is a skeleton. The rags are all like torn to pieces and degraded. However, you do see something that has no right shining as bright as it is in the clutches of the skeleton's hand.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, Stefan, low on my priority list.
I am sure. I'm painting you a verbal picture.
Thank you, I love it.
You're
That's
welcome.
great.
Okay, so that was Adon. Pargu, you have this giant Rocktopus in front of you. It currently has Trovello in its clutches. It's waving him around. You have this giant great axe. What are you doing? Pargu. Yoo-hoo.
He might be frozen again.
Yeah.
No. Because I'm not sure what he.
If I had to guess, he's going to attack with his great axe.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. So that's exactly what's gonna happen. So we're gonna do Great Axe. A 14 will hit. Hey, welcome back. You attacked with your Great Axe because I didn't know what you wanted to do.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yowzes.
I'm glad.
Oh.
Alex know me.
Yeah, great. You have to understand people really.
All right. We're gonna keep going. So Great Axe hits. Great Axe does 11 damage.
Oof. It's nice to have someone doing real damage in the party.
Hey, I'm trying.
Well, speaking of the giant Rocktopus, it's giant Rocktopus's turn.
Oh no.
Wait, did I hit?
You did.
Yeah.
You hit and you did a considerable amount of damage.
Nice job, Chaga.
Okay.
Yo, the internet's in Buffalo stocks.
Yep.
All right. So this is going to be. Yeah. So as the
Look at
Rocktopus
him, never
is. Currently grappling Trilvello, it is going to leap up and slam down and cause all this dust to come shooting up into the air. And as a result, we need to paint a picture. That's good. Gonna target that, and we're gonna do that. Gonna do back. Okay. Okay, and all this area in this gray sphere. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is heavily obscured.
Got it.
Does heavily obscured mean can't see the thing or have difficult targeting?
I think it means you can't see it.
Can't see it.
It's rough.
So nothing in there has line of sight for any spell casting.
Correct.
Correct.
And it is going to, with Trilvello in tow, move back into the. You think? All right.
Help!
Trilvello, you're being grappled. Oh no!
Yeah, so I just checked this, and I'll tell you good news. It turns out that whispering does not require anyone to be able to see anyone. So I'm a cast Dissonant Whispers, and I'm gonna do it big style, level 2.
Ooh.
Oh my god, the higher level cast was 1 psychic damage. Get out of here. Oh. That's fine. 13 damage if it doesn't pass.
All
my
right,
wisdom
so this is a
saving
wisdom saving throw.
throw. Yeah.
All right, let's see.
12 is so weak.
11.
Yes.
So it does.
Uh,
It deals 13 points of psychic damage.
Yes, it does 13 points of psychic damage, and and it's up to you, Stefan, but I believe the ruling on like forced movement is that it breaks grapple.
It does.
Because it has to move away from me its speed.
Oh, okay.
I don't know here. So show description, right? It uses its reaction. It has no reaction now, and it has to move its speed away from me as its reaction.
Okay, and it must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. Okay, so it is going to release you, and it's going to go.
I think also, for what it's worth, the whisper that I whisper at it, and I know it doesn't understand language, but that's not required for this spell.
Right.
But what Trilvello tries to like impart to it is there's a demon prince in the abyss, and it has tentacles just like you, and it's going to eat everything that's in here. And that's like what freaks it out.
Perfect. Okay, so that was your action. You are no longer grappled.
Yeah. So that's my action. As my bonus action, I might need line of sight for Bardic Inspiration. Let me check that real quick.
Okay.
Because I might offer that up to. Let me double check. Bardic Inspiration. You inspire others through stirring words or music. To do so, use a bonus action. Choose one creature other than yourself who can hear you. Okay, so I'm gonna offer this up to Pargu. Because I don't need to be able to see them, but like they got to be able to hear me, and they can hear me. So I will now that this Rocktopus has dropped me. I will reach into my pocket and pull out my harmonica and like pull out a riff. And I will like direct it into this like smoky section and be like, you've got this. You can chop off any number of its arms. You've got it.
Okay.
As I play out some harmonica riffs.
All right. And is your bardic inspiration a D6 or a D8?
The D6.
It's still D6. Okay.
So, yep. Not till I reach level 5.
Got it. Okay. Alrighty. So that was your
That's
bonus
me.
action.
I don't want to move anymore. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. As you stand next to this skeleton with this oddly shining thing in his hand, Adon.
Yep. Hell, I can't see anyone.
Nope.
Mask, don't swing. I'm coming up behind you. I guess I get about there and still can't see anything.
Correct.
Or am I stuck behind him? I don't know. I'm not sure if there's enough room to...
Yeah, there is. You got this.
Okay.
You're kind of like against the wall, but yeah.
Okay. Hey, are you alright? Is anyone alright?
You hear muffled mask noises.
Alright. I have my knife out. I'm kind of like swinging in front of me, but just getting there.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, Adon, you doing anything else?
No. Holding my action would have to be before the movement, right?
No. Holding your action is using your action, and then whenever the thing happens, it uses your reaction.
Then I will. Can I cast my cantrip on it once I can see it again? That happens before my next turn.
Of course.
Okay.
All right. So what are you holding?
Toll the Dead.
Okay. All right. Hargu, you have this dust cloud in front of you. The Rocktopus is moved away, but you heard it move back closer to you. You think it might be in front of you. You're not entirely sure. You can hear it moving around. Throws it again.
Okay. So I would try. Can you hear me?
Yes. Kind of.
Okay. So I would tap with my hand
Okay.
back to make sure that everything is behind me. You heard that?
You're
I'm swinging.
swinging with your hand in front of you or behind you?
Ruh-roh.
All right. I think what Chago was trying to communicate was that he wanted to make sure that Adon was not in front of him. So he doesn't.
I'm not in front of him or behind him at the moment. I'm next to him.
Yeah.
I just want to swing everything in front of me. What? Yeah.
Hard to tell what he's trying to say.
All right. So if I'm understanding what he's saying correctly, I think he wants to make sure that Adon is behind him and to move to do so if he's not. And that would probably be the most effective way to do that. And now you want to... Yeah, okay. Yep, got it. Okay. All right, so swinging away. We got this going. An 18 will hit. And with 8 damage, the axe gets thoroughly embedded into this living very corporeal form of this Rocktopus as the tentacles start falling off one by one as it just collapses down to the ground, finally not moving. As
Oh, we did it.
as the dust settles.
Oh wow. Good job, friend. That was very effective.
As you see
Bello, I'm seeing
this
some of your stuff hit too.
you guys see this heavily breathing, but not too taxed individual with like clutching this axe in this come get some pose.
I yell over to Adon. I say, I told it a terrible secret.
Oh yeah?
Yes. And it scared it so much, I think it hurt its brain.
Just for a run.
All right.
Nah.
Didn't know there was a brain in there. Sure.
I wanna grab this shiny object.
Oh no.
Okay.
See a movie about this.
Okay, so you reach down and touch it, and you should make me a wisdom saving throw. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. I was fully ready to.
Oh, I know.
So.
No, you pick it up, and let me get over there. It looks like a fob watch, only it's missing the part that flips up, and it doesn't have a clock face. It's just these gears inside of it,
Cool.
and they're ticking, and it's got a really prevalent tick to it, like.
Right.
And it, despite all the dirt and dust and grime of the Underdark and everything else that are in these caves, it is miraculously polished.
Is there anything useful in the remains of the Rocktopus?
You can make me a nature check and find out.
All right. That will probably go terribly. No, maybe not. It's intelligence.
Hey, not so bad.
Not so bad.
As you really start looking at the remains of this Rocktopus, as you pull back some of the rocks, you do see that there are fleshy bits inside of it. It looks like this was just an octopus that evolved to be able to survive on land in this harsh environment. And as you peel more of the rocks away, you see more of these fleshy bits, and they look pretty intact. Like nothing really damaged it to the point of being unable to use. And with that roll, you're able to harvest that week 20 pounds of meat from this Rocktopus.
Okay.
So you can write in your collective bank 20 pounds of meat, Rocktopus meat, greatest meat ever achieved, whatever you'd like. And Trovello, as you hold this watch, your laughter doesn't go away, but it's almost like a centering focus for you. So it's like the laughter is less when you're holding this.
All right. Helps me feel centered.
A little bit.
Okay.
It's like everything is right in the world. Everything is
Orderly.
yeah.
Just,
And you're looking for the word, and you're kind of absentmindedly turning it around in your fingers, and you see the back of it. There's a scale engraved in the back of it. Everything's balanced.
Balanced. A balanced, polished, ticking fob. Can I do any kind of like arcana or investigation check on this bad boy?
This would be a religion check.
Religion. Cool. I think that's the one I did not take expertise in. Let's do it. Oh,
Hey!
we're rolling hot today.
So as you're looking at this, and as you're listening to the ticking, you start going through all the magical machinations that you have you've come across, and nothing's really coming up. And you're thinking about all the natural things that you've kind of come across in your life, and nothing's coming up. And you kind of look up, and you're just thinking, just like, God, give me this one. Gods. You look at it again. Oh. This has got to be something from Mechanus, which is one of the outer planes of existence. It is the plane of absolute order. It is a plane where these creatures called Modrons come from, and you know that every once in a while, whenever a Modron is promoted to the next rank, and you only know of 5, monodrone, duodrone, tridrone, quadrone, and pentadrone, based on your studies. Whenever one is upgraded to the next, sometimes it'll leave behind a remnant of what was. And you think this might be one of those things.
Okay.
That's cool. Is there anything notable about the body that it was on?
Only that it looked to be a humanoid. You can't tell
Okay.
what race, it's just a skeleton now.
Gotcha.
But it seemed to be clutching it like it was either precious or was trying to use it for something.
Well, it's
Hello?
my precious now.
Before we go
Oh,
back
no.
to those fun guys that brought us here,
Uh-huh.
perhaps we could position ourselves more as mercenaries than slaves in future dealings with them?
That's not a bad idea. The thing is, they seemed very keen on the idea of slaves, which is why I was leaning into it, so to speak. But maybe mercenaries is a better idea. I'll admit that. That's not a terrible plan.
Call it over at least.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Dwergar are still like back by the boats?
No, the Dwergar haven't left. They're still in that alcove where all of the rest of your allies are.
Cool.
And where Feder is also, by the by.
Yeah, I guess I'll look at Pargu and I'll be like, so we've already established that you're not really a slave anymore, but would you do us a favor and drag, and I point to the Rocktopus, drag this kind of down to where the Dwergar are, and then I start walking down to where the Dwergar are. It's a hard couple syllables to say. And I say, I think we didn't get eaten. Well, no, sorry. I know we didn't get eaten. And I think we dealt with the thing that does the eating. So you can get to grabbing more oars for your boat.
The Dwergar looks at you.
You have done good. This
Thank
is
you.
pleasing to us. As promised, we will not capture you and take you as servants and bring you back to Grockostug and sell you. As promised, you may keep our acquired servant, as your companions here have said that slave is not a good word. Ha. We shall let you go, as is our word. You have done good. Grockostug shall remember you.
And
You
letting us go is great, but are you heading to Gracklestug next? Can we? You've already pointed out that our boats are hardly lake-worthy.
You are correct.
Can we travel with you?
No.
No. Oh, come on! I'd like to make a persuasion check.
Go for it.
with compelling words. Come on.
Please roll one.
So I only get +4 to this. It's not something I took expertise in. It would be very funny if I got a 1. I'm with you on this one. Here we go.
Okay, all right.
Middlest of the road you can get, a 10.
No.
All right, fair. I suppose you make a compelling argument.
We are going to mine this adamantine mine now, and then we shall ship our boat off to mine more veins and then go back to Gracklestug. If you are looking to go to Gracklestug, go that way.
How far are we from Gracklestug as the lake goes?
He opens a little notebook and checks the notes that he has very clearly written down.
Sorry, is your name Stefan, by the way?
If
How
it
did you
looks like
know?
they're sending us away, if they are, maybe get a reference.
That's true. Can we get something in writing? Because how would any of the Dwergar in Gracklestug or anyone in Gracklestug know that we're like persona
Non grata.
beneficio? I don't know. Yeah, persona non grata would be what we don't want to be.
Non grata.
Non
Non-grata.
yeah.
Yeah. Persona grata.
Persona grata. Wow. Oh, wow. It was right there in front of us the whole time.
From where we are now, how close we are to that fish town? Roughly 20-day travel. 18 if you push it.
I'll give you a really quick tip. Very important advice for anyone near Fishtown. And then I look to Adon really quickly and I say, probably not for free though. I say this in I guess I know. What did I say? I know Gnomish. Is
Yeah.
that a language?
We speak that.
Yeah.
You're a gnome, so I would assume that you speak Gnomish.
Gnomish is a language, yeah. I say in Gnomish, I say, we probably shouldn't give this one away for free. I say, there's some very important information about Sloopludup that you should probably know, but it's not for free.
How important?
The kind of important that would save your and many people like you's lives. And I'd be willing to make another persuasion check to like
Yeah, do it.
get a kind of a deal going here.
Okay.
17, better.
He reaches up and grabs this pendant that he's wearing around his neck and rips it off and hands it to you.
You show this at Gates of Gracklestug. They will let you in.
Tremendous. You should know I know I was having a bit of a laugh, but Sloopludup has, and I look, is Shushar anywhere nearby?
Yeah, he's right
Are they
there.
far enough?
Yeah, he's right there.
Okay. Well, I say it anyway, I guess. I pointedly don't look at Shushar, and I say, Sloopludup has fallen. And it has fallen because, well, there's really no other way to say this. A two-headed demon monkey prince, about 60 feet tall. A story is about 10 feet, and this is why I said 6 stories earlier. There's probably more than 6 stories about them if you're talking about the narratives. I'm getting off topic. A 60-foot monster demon beast has absolutely smashed apart Sloopludup. So that's the news of the day. And then I descend into giggles as I recognize how awful that is.
He turns to the Kuatoa because he very plainly on his face does not believe you.
Fair enough. It's an insane thing that I just said.
And the like hollow look on Shushar's face just kind of says it all as the Dwargar immediately sobers.
Oh. maybe we will go a different route to get to our ore veins. Yes. When you get to the gates of Gracklestug, make sure you say this when you hand them the amulet. When they ask you who heats our forges, you say, Timber Show.
Ember Show. Gracklestug.
Pronounced Tembershow. Timber
Perfect.
Show.
Done. Chilbello gives a ornate, like, could be even perceived as like sarcastic bow. Doesn't mean it that way, but like it's very over the top. He's feeling pretty goofy. Does a little bow and says, well, this is incredible news. We look forward to seeing your wonderful city. Thank you, and good luck with the ores.
You are a very strange little man.
I won't deny it.
And they turn around, they all bow to your companions, and head back towards the boats.
They all head toward the boats. They're not okay.
Yep.
I was gonna. I was low key gonna see if we could steal their boats. They're better boats, but they're all going back to the boats.
Yep. And as they are going down the path, I think that is where we're going to end it for tonight. We've been having a bit of connectivity issues, and I think this is a good place to put a pin in it for this evening. So we'll have a week to determine where we're going to be next and what you guys are going to do and what your plan is now that the Dwargar are heading back to the boats. Are you going to steal theirs? Are you going to continue down the path that they showed you? Are you going to try to figure out what this amulet is? Are you going to go to Gracklestug? All things to think about for next week. So, guys, thank you very much for joining us. We will try to have some better connections for next week. And until then, have a great week. Hasta la pasta.